So our whole dating and whole marriage, anytime we'd be in a room and a light started to flicker, he would just look at me and wink. It was like our little thing.
His power.
Flickering lights or signs from the afterlife. Erika Kirk is going viral once again after making some pretty wild claims. She says Charlie was often followed by flickering lights. This happened so frequently that it became an inside joke between them. But that joke took on a completely different meaning the day Charlie was assassinated.
It'll be a sign for you to know that Charlie's with you in something. When we first started dating, we were walking to dinner one night, and this happened a lot. The lights would start to flicker, and he'd look up at the light and be like, you know, it's so weird, this happens to me a lot. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. So our whole dating and whole marriage, anytime we'd be in a room and a light started to flicker, he would just look at me and wink. It was like our little thing.
His power.
Yeah. It's a total frequency thing. And so the night everything happened when we were in Utah, I was in a hotel room by myself, in the bedroom portion by myself. And the bathroom light was on, and it just was a strobe light all night, and I was like, part of me couldn't sleep because it was a strobe light. The other part of me couldn't sleep because of how just my world has just crumbled, and the other part of me couldn't sleep because I was like, baby, I feel you. I know you're here.
Now, we've been hearing all kinds of stories about Charlie lately, but while those theories keep spreading online, almost nobody is talking about a massive update in the case. Lance Twiggs, the alleged lover of Tyler Robinson, has suddenly reappeared in public. Now, this is a big deal because he's been completely out of sight for 5 months. And during that time, he had FBI protection.
There have been a lot of questions about where Lance is now, whether he's in the FBI protection program. It's been a big mystery. He kind of has disappeared.
My understanding is they did have a little bit of FBI detail, and they kind of moved around a little bit, but they're not anymore. He's with his family.
According to new reports, he's living in Texas with what's described as a, quote, strict Mormon family, spotted in a quiet suburban neighborhood while the high-profile case continues unfolding behind the scenes. 5 months off the radar. Now suddenly he's visible again, and people are asking, why does he look so different from the photos we were shown before? Now, moving on, we have to talk about the Nancy Guthrie situation because that case just keeps getting stranger. After the FBI released video of the suspect, the family made a direct plea to the kidnapper. They even agreed to pay the ransom for their mother.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
At the same time, the FBI was searching Nancy's yard for evidence, and some people online were saying investigators were just killing time at this point.
So the FBI is searching again in Nancy Guthrie's front yard. These are all FBI agents. They were just searching across the street where the media is set up. That's Nancy's house. This is just next to Nancy's house.
But the craziest part of this case revolves around that suspect footage. Nancy Guthrie's Google Nest doorbell had been taken, disconnected, and removed from the home's Wi-Fi. There was no active cloud connection, no live feed, no uploads in progress, and yet investigators still recovered the video. Kash Patel says his agents worked with private companies to pull footage from residual data stored in back-end systems, even though the device wasn't connected to the cloud. Let that sink in. If the doorbell was offline and the cloud wasn't being used, where was the video actually stored? How many invisible handoff points exist between your camera and the server? And if investigators can recover footage after the device is removed, was it ever really offline at all?
Investigators had a big challenge, recovering the video from the Google Nest camera that had been taken and disconnected from the home's Wi-Fi. FBI Director Kash Patel said investigators worked with private companies, and the video was recovered from residual data located in back-end systems. Investigators had to recover the images, even though the camera wasn't connected to the cloud. If Nancy Guthrie wasn't paying for the cloud subscription, how did the FBI get the video off the feed?
Between the data getting to the server and the camera, there's stops in between, and there's going to be pieces of that data possibly that could be recovered. And from what it appears here, that's exactly what the FBI did.
And this is happening right when people are already nervous about smart doorbells. One man is going viral after calling out what he believes is the real purpose behind Ring's new AI lost dog feature. Here's how he breaks it down. One photo of a missing dog gets uploaded. Ring's AI starts scanning outdoor cameras. Entire neighborhoods get pulled into the search. Private doorbells quietly become a tracking grid. He says it's not about dogs, it's about conditioning people, normalizing AI watching the streets. And the most important question is, if they can train AI to search for dogs today, what do you think they'll justify searching for tomorrow?
I'm sorry, the Ring camera wants to do what?
Until now. One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party from Ring uses AI to help families find lost dogs.
That's straight up surveillance state. They are using dogs and dogs going missing to launch into a complete, utter surveillance state. And with ICE patrolling around and having their budget, absolutely. Everyone should get rid of Ring, go to a new company, whatever the fuck. Ring camera ain't it.
With ongoing global tensions and uncertainty around the world, it's reasonable to expect a bumpy ride ahead. Kinda feels like there is no end in sight. Look at what happened in Venezuela. Good or bad, it creates more chaos and could be a bumpy ride for a while, and military spending will likely increase under President Trump. We know global conflicts send markets into uncertainty. So why are banks, billionaires, and smart investors buying gold and silver? They must know something we don't. But is it too late to buy? Have you missed the boat? For me, the answer is no. I've spoken to Lear Capital, read their reports and investor guides, and many experts are predicting that both will go higher. These analysts continue to emphasize the importance of diversification and owning solid, tangible assets like gold and silver for the long term. Even Morgan Stanley has changed their 60-40 portfolio strategy to 60-20-20, with 20% in precious metals. And Bank of America is predicting 5,000 gold prices this year. And that's why I decided to partner with Lear and share this opportunity for you to also get you educated and understand how precious metals can help protect and grow your portfolio. Of course, it's great when markets rise, but it's also important to have assets that historically act as a store of value during uncertain times. So why gold and silver? Well, gold and silver are physical assets like real estate. not paper money that loses value or a stock that can crash. Gold and silver is the original currency, the oldest form of money, real money that cannot be debased. You can't print gold and silver. It's never been worth zero. They're great people to speak with. Just give them a call at 800-480-1100 or go online to learhustle.com. So why Lear? Well, they're a long-standing company, over 28 years of experience, over $3 billion in trusted transactions. They have thousands of 5-star reviews and an A+ rating by the Better Business Bureau. Oh, and my personal favorite, they are the only company with a 24-hour risk-free purchase guarantee, so you don't pay unless you are 100% satisfied. Don't be fooled by all these pop-up fly-by-night companies. If you're interested in investing in metals, call a company that has been around. This is why I trust Lear, and you can too. Give them a call at 800-480-1100 or go to learhustle.com and download their free information. You'll be glad you did. Oh, and tell them I sent you, and as a new customer, you can get up to $20,000 in bonus gold or silver with a qualified purchase. 800-480-1100. Now, we have to talk about Ariana Grande because she's going viral again, and not for music. Fans have already been worried about her apparent weight loss for months. Then another clip surfaced showing Bill Clinton staring at her. Of course, this instantly made people very uncomfortable, considering everything we know about Bill's past connections. And now she's trending again for something even stranger. During an interview, Ariana reaches for a heavy chicken wing using just 2 fingertips, and suddenly it goes airborne. No visible force, no flick, no lift, yet the wing jumps anyway. And right after, she says, "Sorry, I couldn't do that again if I tried." Meanwhile, the internet is asking, was it an AI trick or just another glitch in the Matrix?
Hello.
There we go.
My whole team just, I'm like, I'm dabbing it off a little bit. Okay, but it does have, oh my God, I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's all right.
I couldn't do that again if I tried.
Our next story is just as bizarre. You probably heard about the sudden closure and reopening of the El Paso airport, which caused massive confusion.
Following some breaking news this morning, all flights at the El Paso airport have been canceled after the FAA issued a new flight restriction just 3 hours ago. The FAA only would say that the flight restrictions in that area were due to special security reasons, but did not give any other details. This impacts all flights.
Moving on to some breaking news, the FAA has just lifted its restriction on all flights in and out of El Paso International Airport. This comes after saying flights would be grounded for more than a week for, quote, security issues.
Reports claim it happened because Border Patrol used a directed energy weapon to shoot down party balloons.
CBS News has learned disagreements between the FAA and the Department of Defense triggered the unexpected grounding of flights at El Paso's airport, stemming from the Pentagon testing high-energy laser anti-drone technology out of nearby Fort Bliss. Earlier this week, the technology was launched after foreign objects were spotted in the air near the southern border. It turned out to be a party balloon that was shot down.
Now, Honestly, using a laser like that in civilian airspace already sounds insane, but things get even weirder. People started uploading footage of actual objects hovering in the sky over El Paso. Night cam clips show lights floating near the runway, while the FAA issued a 10-mile restriction. Some say drones, others say repeating patterns. Another video posted on the Enigma app only hours before the closure shows a mysterious object in the sky. Some think it was another balloon. Others believe it was something else entirely. The real question is, are we watching the beginning of another drone hysteria like the one we saw back in 2024?
So I actually had to pull to the side of the road, see if I could get a good shot of this. You can barely see it, looks like a dot here, but it's actually huge. And there was stuff coming out from the bottom of it.
And I want to end this video by showing you just how casually some experts are talking about AI agents right now. They say they're doing everything possible to stop these systems from going rogue, but what happens if they fail? And why does it feel like nobody is taking that threat seriously?
If you tell the model it's going to be shut off, for example, it has extreme reactions. So it will, we've published research saying it could blackmail the engineer that's going to shut it off if given the opportunity to do so, etc.
It was ready to kill someone, wasn't it? I'm not sure if it was Claude or someone else. But,
Yes. So this is obviously massively concerning, and this is the point I was making about kind of needing to progress research on alignment, which is this topic, this area, which is, how aligned are the model's values across the whole distribution, including in stress scenarios, to the point where if you've got this model out in the public and it's taking agentic action, you can be sure it's not going to do something like that.